everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hop Takes here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And today we head back across Lake Michigan to the great state of Michigan, and we are going to try another KBS release from Founders Brewing Company. Now, we've done a lot of their stuff in the past. Recent release here from them, another variant. I think we counted right before this video, variant number 7 off of the base.
Yeah, I believe so.
8 total beers, including the original KBS, and this is the 7th variant that they've put out. The last one,
throw CBS in there, but well, let's not get technical here.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not KBS. So the last one was blueberry. This one is spicy chocolate. So I think you and I have kind of a bit of a love-hate relationship with spicy beers. Like, we've grown an appreciation for them, but huge fans.
They gotta be done right. Like it's one of those things where if it can be spicy, I'm fine with that. But if it's like cinnamon spice, things like that, which this one won't be, obviously, it's not doing well. And sometimes spice can come off as almost like an off note in some beers. But this is what I'm curious about. I don't think we've done, other than maybe some 1840 if we did the African drinking chocolate. I don't think we've done like a chocolate spicy beer either on the channel or in a long time. It's been a while.
It's been a while since we did one. The interesting thing again about KBS is it's brewed with coffee as well, so that coffee and the chocolate and the chilies might be interesting. Comes in at 12%, like most of their variants. The description on the bottle says, KBS Spicy Chocolate is a blend of sweet and spicy that came together like a sensory symphony. This batch of KBS is made with dried chilies and chocolate for a rich mole-inspired punch of flavors. Expect dark chocolate and dried peppers with hints of smoke and a spicy finish that lingers just long enough to be cooled by your next sip. A unique and unexpected twist to our KBS. So, kind of what you'd expect with a beer like this. The description is pretty spot on how most of these taste to me. Let's crack it open.
And this is relatively fresh. This was just brewed or bottled right at the end of December. So at least for our sake, that's really fresh. Yeah, and this is plentiful if you want to go find it. So if anyone's looking for it, you can find it any place you get alcohol. So
all over the place. Yep. All right. Definitely that dark KBS that you expect. Lots of carbonation.
I will say this: it's not the classic like KBS head that you normally get. Oh, yours looks a little more on point. Mine does not.
It's the lighting.
Okay. Normally, yours looks more like that tan caramel like head. Mine looks more just dull, kind of muddy, almost like chocolate milky. But
well, it looks like KBS to me on mine. So
right.
to the nose we go.
For me, I don't know what you're getting, and maybe it might be the head here, but for me, the chocolate fudge is the star in the nose.
I agree.
That's surprising. I mean, I'm very surprised by that.
This has a scent on the nose very similar to the Mackinac fudge variant.
Okay, I wouldn't say that fudgy, but
it's closer. It's closer to that kind of a nose.
It's a lot more chocolate forward than I was expecting.
It's chocolate coffee to me. And if I'm really digging, maybe I'm finding a little bit of chili or pepper there, like kind of buried in it, but it would definitely be like it's buried beneath like that chocolatey coffee nose. But it's not a super heavy nose either.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Let's try out variant number 7. Cheers.
Great.
Actually pretty
So I
good.
definitely get the mole flavor that they're going for. It's very chocolatey. Like it's
Mhm.
surprisingly chocolatey on this. Um, with the good fudginess. But the spice hits the lips, then it hits the back of the throat. And then the chocolateness, like the creamy chocolateness for me at least, kind of coats the mouth throughout. But it's got a really nice subtle kick to this that I think I like what they did with this.
Yeah, it's not a super heavy chili flavor, which is kind of what I was hoping for. As it sits on the tongue and as it lingers a little bit more, I can feel kind of that spice kicking up a little bit, but it's not heavy. It's enough to know it's there, but it's not heavy enough to be like overwhelming, right?
Hmm.
It's just kind of subtly there and gives this a little bit of a different note. I think to your point, the chocolate flavors to this are surprising, even though it's spicy chocolate. Like it definitely gives me those same vibes on the fudge side that the Mackinac fudge variant had. It's kind of that with a little bit of that chili spice combined. So I'm actually really enjoying this. I think the one thing that it doesn't have that maybe the Mackinac fudge one had is a little bit more viscosity because that one had maple syrup in it.
Yeah,
But I think because it doesn't have that, there's also a bit more of spirit character to this.
a little bit.
Like I get spirit up front very, very soon on the front end. The kind of peppery, like bourbony note hits, and there's a bit of a bite right up front, and it smooths out really quick into this kind of chocolatey, like chili note mid palate, and then out the back, the chocolate stays pretty firm, and then the chilies kind of slowly fade back up out the back end of the beer, and you get a little bit out the back. But this is this is pretty darn good.
Surprising. So the one of the bigger concerns I had a couple concerns on this one before we went into is one, you kind of said it at the beginning, is with the chocolate and the coffee, was it can be overly bitter. Because chocolate can come off as a very bitter flavor in beer, and then you have a coffee variant on top of that, which KBS has just a natural bitterness to it because of that coffee.
Mhm.
Um, this has more of like a fudginess than a bitter chocolate, which is really good. More like a dark chocolate than anything else. Not dark chocolate, like a creamy milk chocolate. Um, which provides a little more fudginess, a little more just kind of sweetness to it. The other thing I was concerned about was like I was fully under the assumption that they were going to use habanero peppers, and it doesn't say on here. I'm making an assumption here that's Fresno chili peppers because it doesn't taste like jalapeno. It definitely doesn't taste like habanero. I've had some Fresno chilies in the past and it kind of tastes like that. And also, the visual on the bottle looks like Fresno chilies. I
Okay.
could be way off on that. Maybe I'm completely off, but it's a better pepper than I was expecting because habanero I thought would have just been over the top and just too hot, too spicy.
Mhm.
It's just enough to say it's there and to feel it in like the chest and the lips and the back of the throat, but not enough to sit and say, I can't drink any more of this. I'm going to be sweating or I'm going to be unpleasant with this moving forward.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Untapped, you got to give this a rating out of 5. Where are you going?
Um, I'm going to go a really strong 4. It's not 4.25 for me. But a really strong and surprising 4. I fully expected to come in with like a 3 on this before we get into this, but no, this is a very surprising, very good 4.
Um, I'm going 4.25 on this. I think this is probably my second favorite variant that they've done of KBS. It has to be um, right below the Mackinac Fudge one. I think this one is easily my second favorite. It's got a nice, unique twist to it, but it's not overwhelming, and it's just really, really tasty. It's really good. You get all the components of KBS out of this, plus the addition of a little bit of extra fudginess with the chocolate, and then that pepper note is there, and it's a pretty beer. It's really, really good.
Yeah,
I love this. It's really good.
no, it's well done, and This is such a good beer in the winter because it warms you a bit. It coats everything. Like this is really well done. And again, I will say I am very surprised by the results of this beer. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting a lot, and I'm very surprised by this.
We've been disappointed by some of the last few releases, and this has revived it a little bit. I think with some of the variants that they've been doing. So very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Founders, great job here. Nice addition to the Barrel Age series and to the KBS series as a whole. A lot of fun and interesting one that I don't think either of us expected to be as good as it is. So, have you tried this? Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know how wrong you think we are or how right you think we are. Check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Untappd. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are also here on YouTube. So like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see all of you in the next episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.